Hello, grade 4. It's Miss Whitmore here. We're actually starting a new unit in science. I know when we left off we were doing the science fair. However, it's going to make it kind of challenging to be able to do it now. I'll see if I can possibly implement it into some way, but for right now this is just easier to get into a science unit. So our science unit right now is wheels and levers. So we're actually going to start learning about levers first in this first unit, and believe it or not, you actually have quite a bit of experience with these. So what we're going to be learning today is, first of all, what is a lever and what are the vocabulary words involved when we discuss levers, because when I end up giving you a quiz on this, the vocabulary is going to be a part of that. So I want you to look at this picture here. This is The Simpsons. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it. This character here, his name is Bart, and this is Mr. Burns. So I want you to look at what they're sitting on right now. I'm sure you've seen these in the playground. And I want you to ask yourself, what part of this device is the device that moves? Okay, so look at it. How is the device moving? What is causing it to move? So the science word for what I'm sure you called a seesaw or a teeter-totter is a lever. Okay, so this whole thing is actually called a lever, just like the one you've seen on the playground outside. So the point that this lever moves on is called the fulcrum. That's this section here where the board, where these two are sitting on, is touching this kind of main stability piece where it's able to pivot so that these two can go up and down, back and forth. It's called the fulcrum. It sounds like a really silly word, I know, but that is the word for it. And this is a very important word to know for this unit. Another word that's important to know is the load. So the load is the weight. Now you could say, well, Miss Whitmore, yes, Bart weighs something, but so does Mr. Burns. He could probably even be heavier than Bart in this situation. But the reason why Bart right now is the load is because he's using his weight to hold Mr. Burns up. So his weight is making Mr. Burns sit up right now. So technically speaking, if Mr. Burns was the one who was down and Bart was up, Mr. Burns would be the load. Now the force. The force is what's pushing and more specifically changing the direction of the motion. So right now is Bart as the load sitting down here. He's not changing anything. What he's actually doing is keeping the lever in this position. However, Mr. Burns here has force, so he's able to use force, which would likely be his weight and probably a little bit of a jump with his bum, to bring this down on his side. So he right now, Mr. Burns, is the only one that can really use force to change the direction of motion, because all Bart has to do is let go, kind of like lift his legs up. So this is actually all we're really going to go over today, because these are three big vocabulary words that could probably be somewhat confusing to you. I have here a video that I would like you to watch. I want you to go into YouTube and type in Super Simple Machines Levers and take a look at it. Or if you can, click on this link in this video or click on the link that I've sent you through the Google Slides. And after you've watched this video, I want you to see if you can go around your house and find something that you could make a lever out of. So maybe this is a ruler and some sort of block to act as your fulcrum. Maybe it's a broomstick and a book. I don't know. Just try to find something and play around with the ideas of load and force and fulcrum. Okay? Thank you so much for listening today, guys. I hope it wasn't too confusing, and I wish you all the best. See you.